Hello everyone, welcome back to Canadian Charisma. Hope you all doing great. I am back with a new update on TR to PR pathway. IRCC has released the eligibility checklist by answering some questions and an application guide with all the required forms and a document checklist with all the information. I already uploaded a video yesterday with step-by-step guide to fill out IMM 0008, IMM 0008 DEP, IMM 5406, IMM 5669. These forms are exactly same in the TR and TR to PR pathway guide. So you can go watch this video and complete these forms with the help of that, and rest of the forms I will cover in today's video. So without a further delay, let's start today's video. So let's start with find out if you can apply for permanent residency. So you need to answer few questions here. Are you currently in Canada? Yes. Do you have valid work permit or study permit? Yes. Are you currently employed? Yes. Do you have plan to live outside of Quebec, as you know that you are not allowed to live in Quebec under this program? So yes. Then you need to choose one of these three questions, that you have 1 year of work experience in any essential or healthcare occupation, or you are eligible under international graduate program. So choose one of them. So I'm choosing all three here just to show you at the end of this list that what they're gonna show me, but otherwise you need to choose one of them. And have you taken language test? Say yes. And what is your level? You need level 4 or 5, so you need to choose accordingly, level 5 or 4. What was your language test in English or French? If you have both, choose both. If you have one, just choose one and click on continue. And here you can see they said based on your answer you may be eligible to apply for this following stream. Before you apply, review the detailed eligibility criteria for each stream. You will also need to meet medical and security requirements to apply to this program. So here they are showing me 3 tabs because I chose that all the 3 questions I answered yes, that's why. If you answer one, then they will tell you one program here that you could be eligible under this program. So then you can see, click just here, learn to how to apply, and you just go here and read these all requirements. I already explained that requirements in my previous video, so you can just go read them all. And next, how to apply. Again you can read these all requirements here. You can see there they are telling you that they will launch on May 6, 2021 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That time they will gonna put the portal online, and here is the form that you need to fill out. So you can see here. So generic application form for Canada IMM 0008 is need to be completed by main applicant only. And next one is schedule A form, need to be completed by each family member. If you are including your spouse or kids in the PR application, you are applying for their PR too, then you need to provide that separate form for each family member. If your child is 18 year or older, then schedule 3 form need to be completed by main applicant, and additional family information form need to be completed by each family member again. Travel form need to be completed by main applicant. So I already told you in my previous video how to fill out IMM 0008, IMM 5669, IMM 5406, IMM 0008 DEP, which you need if you have more than 5 dependents, then you need this form, otherwise you don't need this form. So you can go watch this video, and rest of the forms I will cover in this video. And after that, declaration of non-accompanying parents, guardians. So this if applicable to you, so I will say that only these forms are required by everyone, and other forms are if applicable to you or not, you can just check them. And that's how you can read these all information here. So important information about get your fingerprints and photo taken. So if you are between 14 year to 79 year old, you need to give your fingerprints and photo for every application for the permanent residency you submit. This applies even if you gave your biometrics in the past and they are still valid. We will send you a letter when it is time to go and give your biometrics. So you no need to submit biometrics up front. You need to pay your fee when you are submitting your application. So you pay your biometric fee with your application fees. Then IRCC will send you a letter that you need to go give your biometrics now, and you have 30 days to submit your biometrics within when you receive the letter from IRCC. If you are exempt for them, IRCC will return your fees, they will refund your fees. So there is no harm to pay your biometrics fees upfront at this time when you are submitting your application. So just read this form here, and now you can go up and click on the read the instructions guide. So let's go have a look on instructions guide here. You can go through these all tabs here. I will just show you the important stuff here. So eligibility requirements, biometrics again, and now you can see, just ignore this. This is said that maybe you are exempt from that, but just ignore that. Pay your biometrics fees upfront here. Supporting documents for all the streams. So first you need to provide proof of entry and status in Canada. So what you can provide for that, you can provide most recent immigration documents such as work permit and study permit. That's what you need to do. That's for the main applicant. Proof of the current employment, so that's what you need to provide. So what you can provide for that, the copy of your work permit in Canada if applicable, or an employer reference letter from your current employer. The letter must include location of work, specific period of your employment, to and from dates, description of your main responsibilities and duty, your total annual salary and benefit, the number of hours you work per week, your employer's name, signature, full address, telephone number and email address if applicable, and you must also include your most recent pay stubs. So that's what you need to provide for proof of current employment in Canada. Third one, you need to provide proof of your language test, but you will need to submit a valid language test to prove your ability to apply for TR to PR pathway. So that's really necessary that your language test result should be valid. Now specific stream specific supporting documents. So first one is for workers in the healthcare or essential workers. So what you need to provide, you must provide the following to prove your work experience. So first you need to provide the work experience, so same as we talked about above here. So you can just go through them, read them. And another thing what included in this, you also must include a copy of your T4 tax information slip and your notice of assessment if applicable. So if you haven't received your notice of assessment yet, just forget about that, you can upload it later on. Just upload your T4 which you already got, your work contract and pay stubs. Next one is international graduates. What they need to provide proof of complete study in Canada. So what you can provide, you must provide a final transcript and a letter from the institute and or the formal notice of graduation. You must provide proof that shows the type of credential granted, degree, diploma, certificate or attestation, the length in weeks, months or years or program of study that you were authorized to study for the duration of the study, the date of completion, the name of the school that granted the degree, diploma, certificate or attestation. And you do not need to have a PGWP in order to qualify for this stream. So that's what you can just read it thoroughly. And next one, translate of documents. As I told you in my previous video that you need to get your documents translated if they are not in English or French by an authorized translator, a certified translator, and if they are not translated by him, a authorized person, then you can put a affidavit with it. So again, just read this whole information here. So how you need to upload the documents, just scan the original document and scan the certified copy of that document, and you can make a one PDF file if there is a space for one document only, or you can upload them separately if they have space for that, and just upload them there. Just read this whole information thoroughly if you need this option here. And next step 2 is complete the application. Just you can look at this form as I told you before. And now the following are supporting documents that must be submitted using the dedicated intake portal. So what you need for that, copy of the biographical data page of a passport or travel documents, that's for you, your spouse and child if you are applying their PR together. So then civil status document, what is your status here, you need to provide that document. For that all information, just go down there and you can read that what are the options for these documents. You will find all the information here. Children's information if applicable, then medical exam, police clearance certificate, photos and fees. So let's start with medical exam. So immigration medical exam, if you can do it upfront, it's okay. Otherwise you can upload other document in place of that. We will talk about that in a second. So you can see here, if you already have completed an IME as a part of previous application, you may no need to complete another one when you are applying for the permanent residency. What you need to upload, only the information printout sheet or IMM 1017B upfront medical report form, whatever you got from your panel physician, just upload that document here. And they said if you have never completed that exam before, just you should complete it before the application and upload the same documents here. But if you haven't got the appointment, or you got the appointment and haven't completed this exam yet, then what you need to do, proof that a medical appointment is scheduled, including the name of the panel physician and the date and time of the appointment, that's you can provide. Or you can write a letter of explanation of the best efforts, and after that just you, as soon as you get that exam done, upload your document later on. So don't worry about that, just leave it right now and go next. Police clearance certificate, yes, you need police clearance certificate for all your family member if they are 18-year-old or 18 year of age or older. So you need to provide that, and you need to provide for every country if you stayed in during last 10 years more than 6 months in any country. So that's what you need to provide. And again I will say, if you don't have that right now, don't worry, you can provide the receipt what you, when you applied for that police clearance certificate, what you, if you have that documents, you can provide that document here, or you can just provide a letter of explanation that why did not you get this one, and you can upload it later on when you will get the police clearance certificate. So just go through this whole information, they will tell you in detail that what you need to do for that. And that's all about the police clearance certificate. And now it's a photo requirements. You need to get the photo, you must have been taken within 6 months before the application submission. On the back of each photo, write the name and date of birth of the person who appears in the photo, and as well as the date the photo was taken. So we get stamp at the back of the photo from photographers, don't worry about the date, but write the name and the date of birth and upload the both side of the photos for photo requirement. For fees, you will need to upload the receipt showing the amount you paid, and you can just click on this and get more information about that. And now is a how to fill out forms, generic application form for Canada. So as I told you in my previous video that you need to download this form in a PDF form. Just go through that, you have all the questions answered here, you can check them. So you need to download that form in a PDF form, fill out there, then click on a validate button, and you need to generate a 2D barcode. So that's what is explained here. Just you can read this information and the page will look like this. As you are applying online, so do not print the 2D barcode form. Do not use the signature panel button at the top of the application. So that's just a update in my form. That form I just told you in general, but for this one they said do not use the signature panel button at the top of the application. Save the form on your computer in a place you will remember. Upload the form to the IMM 000 space in the dedicated intake portal. After you upload all necessary forms and documents for your application, click the next button that appears below your uploaded documents. Enter your name and answer a security question, and that is your electronic signature for that. So just I will show you how it will look like. So it will look like this, and you need to write your given name and last name must be exactly the same as on your application form. If you are under the age of 18, your parent and guardian must sign your form for you. So that's how you need to fill this all information, and after that it will ask you a security question which you created when you are registering to the account. So you can just answer that question and your application signature is, electronic signature is done here. So now you can scroll down and read the information. If you need to read about another form, you can go through them. And the last step 3 is pay the fees. So here you can calculate your fees and pay your fees. So they said you must pay the right of permanent residence fee $500 when you submit your application as outlined in public policy. It will be refunded to you if you are refused or you withdraw your application. So that's how you can just check your fees. Your biometrics fees are there, so I will recommend to pay your biometrics fees with your application. Here are the instructions that how you need to pay your fees, and you can go down again, check, submit your application and photo specification, everything, just go down there. And now I will start with the rest of the forms. So first form is IMM 5562, which is supplementary information or your travels form. So principal applicant must complete this form. Start with question number 1, your full name, your family name and given name. You need to provide the family name and given name according to your travel document. And as I told you in my previous video that if you don't have given family name, then write full name in your family name column. So question number 2, list all your trips your family member have taken outside your country of origin or residence in the last 10 years or since your 18th birthday. So you need to include all the trips in here. So you should be giving information here from which date to which date, what was the length of your stay and what was your destination and purpose of travel. So here you can fill out all the information if you went to many countries here. One thing, if you came to Canada that time just for your work permit or study permit, you can provide that information here too. You can write from which date you landed here to till date and length, how many years you are here, and destination is Canada, and city, whichever city you are here, and purpose of travel is study or worker or study and work. So you can write both here. So it's never harm if you provide that information here. And in column B, you need to provide that information about your spouse, if he or she traveled somewhere in past 10 years, and then you need to provide the information about your child if they are 18 years of age or older. So that's how you need to provide like one dependent and another dependent accordingly. So if the main thing, guys, if suppose you are applying for you and your spouse only and these columns not applicable to you, just make a diagonal line here and say NA here, big NA, means this column does not apply to you. Never leave any column blank. When you are filling out any form, if that column does not apply to you, just write NA, not applicable, or NA in that form. So that will make your application or your form complete. So that's how you need to fill this information in this form, guys. So next form is IMM 0130 schedule 3 form. So this form also be completed by principal applicant. So start with section 1, your personal information, family name, given name, ID, client number if you have that, your date of birth. Then choose the program under which stream you are applying through. Then you need to choose your language proficiency, that you are a French speaking international graduate. So here it is what you need for that, and just say yes here. You provide the language test because you are not eligible without that. Then Canadian educational credential, if you are applying under international graduate stream, so you need to provide that and say yes here. Past Canadian work experience, workers in Canada stream A and B, French speaking and English, so you need to provide the work experience. If you are providing that say yes. And here you need to provide your work history in past 3 years. Start with most recent one, hours of per week, employer name, what was the NOC code, and what was the title of your position. So that's how you need to fill this form, just most recent to past one. So you can fill that all information here. Current Canadian work experience, so you need to say yes, and here you need to provide the information about your current Canadian work experience, that from which date to till date. You can say hours per week, employer's name, NOC code, and what of your title or position in that work. So that's how you need to provide the information. If you are You provided that information here too, but you need to provide that here again. Then next question is declaration of application. So just here you need to signature and put your date in, and that's how you will complete this form in here. So again, if something not applied to you, just write not applicable there. So important information, do not leave any section empty in the form. Write not applicable if does not apply to you. If you are currently laid off from work due to COVID but you have your position secure at your job place, provide a letter from your employer to explain that you have your position secure, that and you can apply under this program. If the online portal does not let you go forward without uploading a document, upload relevant document there to be continued, as I told you in the immigration, medical or police clearance. So same way you can write, give a letter of explanation or the receipt related to that particular option, and make sure you providing correct and truthful information while you are filling your information there. So that's it guys. If you have any question, please feel free to leave me a comment below or DM me on Instagram or email me on given email in the description below. I will try to help you as much as possible. All the best all of you. Stay positive, stay safe. If you like my video, please hit the like button. It gives me a motivation to provide you new information. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and press the bell icon for more informative videos. Thanks for watching this video.